Prepare yourself, because it's time to duel!
Hey, what's up everybody? It's me once again, Yemmy the Ferret here with another Yu-Gi-Oh card pack opening. What is up everybody? It is I the Ferret. What's up? In this series we are just rebuilding the deck that I lost and more. I have a lot of things here to open. I'm not going to show them because it's a secret, but we do have a whole box of Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duel. We have a whole box of these packs for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duel. Plus, I got something really special for you guys over here, but you can't see it yet. So just wait a little bit longer. I've also pre-ordered a few things that are coming out this in August, including a new Yu-Gi-Oh! Tin and Scars of Warriors. The Joey packs, those are coming. I'll get a big box of those. And then also, I pre-ordered the Speed Duels starter decks for Weevil and Rex. So those are going to be pretty cool. I just got through watching the Rex duel against Joey on the anime during season 1, of course, because I'm not that far yet. But it's a pretty good fight. So if you guys want to, you can check that out. The last 2 episodes have been the Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duel. This is the one that has Joey My Valentine and Seto Kaiba, the Duelists of Tomorrow. And this box has 3 excellent decks in it. I think the weakest one, actually, is Kaiba's deck, to be honest with you. Joey's deck was a great trip down memory lane, and I would definitely recommend getting this box so far. Now, I'm going to be opening up the Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duel starter decks for the Destiny Masters. That has Pegasus, Yugi, and Ishizu Ishtar. So we'll be looking into those packs as well. But I want to start off once again with a pack from the Legendary Duelist series, which has Joey on the front of it. I got this for free from Comic and Friends in Mentor, Ohio, at the Mentor Mall. So if you want to, please go and support them. They're an excellent comic book shop inside the mall, and they give me all my comic books, and they also sometimes will give me some free gifts if I purchase a good amount of things. All right, so let's open this baby up. So what we are before I open this, what we are looking for in this one is a Red Eyes Black Dragon, Baby Dragon. I'm sorry, Red Eyes Baby Dragon. That is worth about 23 buckaroonies, which is pretty damn good. But there's also some other ones that are up there in price as well. Now I'm not opening these to simply sell them, but we've already opened a few that have gone down in value, of course. The Sphere Karibo was going for about $15 until recently. But yeah, so let's open up this deck and let's see what we got. First card on the ballot is Red Eyes Fusion. This card, I've never seen this card before. So what does it do, you may ask? Fusion summon 1 fusion monster that lists a Red Eyes monster as material from your extra deck. Using monsters from your hand, deck, or field as fusion materials, and if you do, its name becomes Red Eyes Black Dragon. You cannot normal or special summon other monsters the turn you activate this card. You can only activate 1 Red Eyes fusion per turn. So that's an excellent card. Not bad at all. Not bad at all, especially if you have a Red Eyes Black Dragon. So a new thing that I want to do with packs now is I'm going to be opening them like this so you can see the card before I do. So next up is Leotar. Oh, and he's a effect card. If this card battles a non-normal monster, this card gains 500 attack during the damage step only. That's not too bad. Yeah, not bad at all. Let's see what's next. Come on, Lady Luck. Armoroid, and he's an effect card as well. Let's see what Armoroid has to do. If this card is tribute summoned by tributing at least 1 Roid monster, banish all spells and traps on the field. So he's part of a larger experience, I guess you would say. He has some special things going on. And I can see that the last card is already a trap card. Oh, it's not the last card. We have 2 trap cards. Oh, I'm not good at this. The Golden Apples. The Golden Apples. When you take battle damage while you control no monsters, gain life points equal to the battle damage you took. And if you do, special summon one Malice token. Its attack and defense are each equal to the amount of life points you gain by this effect. I do not have a Malice token, so I cannot use this card right now. And let's see that last card. Ooh, it's got a little bit of a shine to it. I can't read it, though, so let me put... This is called Bonding DHO. It's a trap card. Shuffle one Durotorin, one Hydrodon, and one Oxidon from your hand and or graveyard into the deck. Special summon one Water Dragon Cluster from your hand or graveyard. You can banish this card from your graveyard and add one Water Dragon or one Water Dragon Cluster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. No, that's a card that I really can't use. I have no use for that one. But it does have a little bit of a shine on it, so it must be a little bit special at least. So we didn't get the Red Eyes Baby Dragon, but we did have some fun, didn't we? So thank you once again to Comics and Friends and Jeremy, who was at the shop there. Alright, so let's go ahead and get ready to open up our starter deck for the Destiny Masters. Probably going to split it up just like last time. We're going to do a few today, and if we have time, we'll do all three of them today. The box is pretty nice, and it shows all the cards you can get on the back, of course. It also says that, just like the other one, you're going to get some 3 ultra rare variant cards. So let's go ahead and open this puppy up on camera. This one's a little tough. It's got some spunk to it. Alright. So we'll see if any of these decks beat the Joey deck, because I really like the Joey deck. So we got our pack of cards here. I didn't look at it yet myself. We'll put that down there. The Yugi deck. The playmat, which is probably just going to look exactly like the other one, but I'll show you guys in a second. Inside here, we have the Pegasus one, which he seems to be more geared towards the Toon monsters now. So I'm wondering if there's not going to be even one relinquished in there. Box is empty. Put that on the floor. And there is the other card deck as well. Let's open up our deck thing here, just to make sure it's the same. Yeah, I can already tell it's going to be the same. It has Dark Magician on there, and I think it's Blue Eyes White Dragon. Yep. So all the same, just kind of goes over on the back how to play the game and the speed duels and what the cards mean and all that crap. So yeah, I have 2 of those now, so come over and duel me. Alright, so once again, the cards got a little bent in the box. They were a little bit worse when I was taking them out. I'm not going to look at them yet or show you guys them yet. These are 3 ultra rare variant cards. Ultra rare in quotations because who knows how rare it actually is. So, first one we got has a little nice shine on it. And this one's called Shard of Greed. Now, I don't know what happened to the Pot of Greed. I wonder if it was like banned or something because it's gone up in price a lot and you can't really use it in your deck. So let's see what this one does. Each time you draw a card, for your normal draw in your draw phase, place 1 greed counter on this card. You can send this card with 2 or more greed counters to the graveyard to draw 2 cards. So it's just like it's a little bit of a different type of Pot of Greed. All right, let's see what the next one is. It's a trap card. Hey, we got the golden apple. The golden apples. Yep, it's just the same thing. Just the same thing. But it just has a nice little shine on it. Looks really nice. Looks really nice. And finally... Hey, alright. We got a Mimic Cat. This is... Oh, okay. This is a good card. If you control Toon World and a Toon monster, target 1 card in your opponent's graveyard. If it is a monster, special summon it to your field. Or if it is a spell or trap card, set it to your field. You can only activate 1 Mimicat per turn. That is a good card. Good card. I love the shine on that. I'm glad we found that. I like it. I like it a lot. So I'll definitely be putting these in sleeves a little bit later. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and open up the one character that I'm not sure who they are yet. I haven't gotten to this person. So this person's name is Ishizu Ishtar. So let's go ahead and open it up. Open up our origami pack. Oh, there's a there's your pool tab, you stupid noob. All right, let's open it up. All set, all done. Throw those on the floor. All right, so I maybe I should just do it like this, huh? Nah, not really. All right, so we got Prescience. Pre-Science. I can't read. All right, so this is a skill card. If your opponent's life points is more than twice your life points, activate the skill. You may look at the top card of both you and your opponent's deck at any time. The heart of the cards really don't matter when you can see the next move. All right, the next one. We got Gravekeeper's Lot. Gravekeeper's Lot. If you lose 1,800 or more life points, you can activate this skill during your next draw phase. During your draw phase, you may search your deck for a Gravekeeper's card, reveal it to your opponent, and add it to your hand instead of drawing. If you do that, flip this card over. I think her deck has a lot of the Gravekeeper cards in it. We have Millennium Necklace. What does this one do? At the start of the opponent's turn, before they draw, you may look at the top 3 cards of their deck and rearrange them in any order. This skill can only be used once per duel. That's an interesting one. That's an interesting one for sure. Millennium Necklace. Oh, right. Next up, Gravekeeper's Curse. This is a card that I actually had when I was a kid. If this card is summoned, inflict 500 to your opponent. 500 damage to your opponent. This is actually a really nice card. I mean, as soon as you freaking summon the damn thing, it automatically inflicts damage on them. Next, we have Gravekeeper's Spear Soldier. And this card, if this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage to your opponent. Piercing damage to your opponent. I'm not sure what that means. If someone in the comments could tell me what the piercing damage means, maybe I don't know. I don't want to guess. We got another Gravekeeper's Spear Soldier. So must not be that good of a card. All right, we have Gravekeeper's Vassal. Any battle damage this card inflicts to your opponent is treated as effect damage instead. I don't know if that really helps or not, to be honest with you. Next, we have Gravekeeper's Chief. I'm seeing a theme. All right, so you can summon... You can only control one face-up Gravekeeper's Chief. Your graveyard is unaffected by Necro Valley. When this card is tribute summoned, you can target one Gravekeeper monster in your graveyard and special summon that target. So I'm wondering if Graveyard's Curse, the summon means something like this, where it's special summoned instead of just being put on the field. I think that might be the case. Next, we have Gravekeeper's Cannon Soldier? Yeah, Cannon Holder. You contribute one Graveyard's monster, except Gravekeeper's Cannon Holder, inflict 700 damage directly to your opponent. Not bad, I guess. Next, Gravekeeper's Assailant. When this card declares an attack while Necro Valley is on the field, you can target one face-up monster on your opponent controls and change the target's battle position. Yeah, it is Assailant. I'm not wrong. I thought it was Assassin for a second, just looking at the card. So let's do this. We got another Gravekeeper's Assailant. All right. Gravekeeper's Priestess. While there is no face-up field spells, the field is treated as Necro Valley. All Gravekeeper's monsters on the field gain 200 attack and defense. I'm not sure what this Necro Valley thing is. Maybe it's a spell card we're going to get later that'll explain the whole thing. And we got another Gravekeeper's Priestess. All right, next we have Gravekeeper's Recruiter. If this card you control is sent to your graveyard, add one Gravekeeper's monster with 1,500 or less defense from your deck to your hand. Not bad, I guess. Gravekeeper's Shaman. Gains 200 defense for each Gravekeeper monster in your graveyard. Negate all monster effects that activate in the graveyard, except Gravekeeper's monsters. While Necro Valley is on the field, your opponent cannot activate a field spell card. Also, field spell cards cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. All right, so that's a little. I guess that one's a little OP, huh? Your opponent pretty much can't do anything. Lots of stars. Gravekeeper's Oracle. Look, that's a pretty nice looking card. You can tribute 3 monsters or 1 Gravekeeper monster that tribute summon but not set this card. When this card is tribute summoned, you can activate any of these effects and resolve in sequence, up to the number of Gravekeeper monsters tributed for its summon. This card gains attack equal to the combined levels of all monsters tributed for this tribute summon. Destroy all set monsters your opponent controls. All monsters your opponent currently controls lose 2,000 attack and defense. It's a pretty nifty card, huh? Next, a Cat of Ill Omen. Flip. This is a flip effect. Choose 1 trap from your deck and place it on the top of your deck. Or, if Necro Valley is on the field, you can add that trap to your hand instead. Huh. Alright. Next, Gravekeeper's Steel? Gravekeeper's Steel. This is a spell card. Target 2 Gravekeeper monsters from your graveyard and add them to your hand. This effect cannot be negated by the effects of Necro Valley. This Necro Valley thing, I'm not sure what that means. Come on, Necro Valley. Hidden Temple of Necro Valley. Finally! Let's see what this does. Activate only if both a Gravekeeper monster and a Necro Valley are on the field. Neither player can special summon monsters except Gravekeeper monsters. If either a Gravekeeper's monster or Necro Valley is not on the field, destroy this card. Okay, so this isn't the Necro Valley card we were looking for. All these have to do with it, though. This is called Sebek's Blessing. He looks like a cool dude. If your monster inflicts battle damage to your opponent by a direct attack, gain the same amount of life points. Nice. That could help kind of sway the battle, huh? Next up. Come on! Blast held by a tribute. When an opponent's monster that was tribute summoned declares an attack, destroy as many face-up attack position monsters they control as possible. And if you do, inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. Next, Rite of Spirit. These cards have nice short descriptions. Target 1 Gravekeeper monster in your graveyard and special summon that target. This card activation and effect are unaffected by Necro Valley. Can we just see what Necro Valley is? The Eye of Truth. Your opponent must keep their hand revealed once per turn during your opponent's standby phase. If they have a spell in their hand, they gain 1,000 life points. If they have a spell in their hand at resolution. Okay, so you gotta hope that they don't have a spell card, or else you're kind of screwed. And that's it. That's all the cards for this deck. I'm not impressed with this deck. I think we're missing that Necro Valley card. Because even the one that had Necro Valley on it still said it needed Necro Valley on the field, so I'm wondering if you have to find that in a pack. But yeah, there's Ishizu, Ishtar. And this says, flip this card over when you activate the skill. Okay. So that's her deck. We're going to put that over here. So since we did get a Mimicat, I feel like we need to open up the Pegasus deck next. I think we're going to have time for all the decks, so stay tuned. So the Pegasus one, definitely, that's a tuned summon skull right there. During the anime, he used the Toon World, and it was pretty cool, Let's open this baby up. Right off the bat. Throw that on the floor. PETA can kiss my ass. Right on the front here, we have It's a Toon World. So this is a skill card. This card is treated as Toon World. Perfect. I guess if Toon World gets destroyed, just pull this baby right back. Next, Mind Scan. At the start of the third turn, if your life points is 3,000 or higher, activate this skill. Count both players' turns. You may look at your opponent's set and spell and trap cards at any time. If your life points drop below 3,000, flip this card over. So it's a nice little boost if you have some life points. Millennium Eye. The next one. At the start of the duel, look at your opponent's opening hand. You may choose to have that player shuffle their hand into their deck and draw a new hand. If both players use a skill at the same time, the turn player resolves their skill first. Oh, that is dirty. That is dirty. Next up, Rogue Doll. This is just a regular card. Don't really need to read anything about it. I had this card when I was a kid, too. I think it did come in the Pegasus deck, or it was the Yugi deck. I'm not sure which one. I always was creeped out by it, though. Next up, Toon Alligator. I think we already pooled one of these. Or no, we didn't. No, we didn't. We got a Alligator Sword from Joey's deck. Toon Alligator. It's not actually a Toon card, which is weird, because this deck is based around Toons. So that is a little bit of a weird one. I wonder if he gets a special effect. He must, because we have 2 Toon Alligators right in a row. Pull that off. Parrot Dragon. Just another regular monster card again. This one has 2,000 attack. Not too bad. It is a special summon, though, since it has 5 stars. Next. Dark Rabbit. I remember this card from the anime as well. He's got 1,100 attack and 1,500 defense. Dark Rabbit. Next, Toon Masked Sorcerer. Let's read what this one does. Cannot attack the turn it is summoned. If Toon World is on the field... if Toon World on the field is destroyed, destroy this card. While you control Toon World and your opponent controls no Toon monsters, this card can attack your opponent directly. If this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, draw 1 card. That's a good one. Toon Masked Sorcerer. Let me know if you like this new format. I'm liking it a little bit more. And we got another one. So just in case Toon World is destroyed and you lose this card, you can use that skill and also one of these. Toon Mermaid. Looks like someone wrote an essay on this one. I remember this one too. Cannot be normal summoned. Cannot be special summoned unless you control a face-up Toon World. Must be special summoned from your hand by attributing the same number of monsters needed for a tribute summon. Cannot attack the turn it is special summoned. You must pay 500 life points to declare an attack from this monster. If Toon World is on the field is destroyed, destroy this card. This card can attack your opponent directly unless they control a Toon monster. If you do not control one, this card can target a Toon monster for its attack. Oh, it must target a Toon monster for the attack if the opponent has a Toon monster. Okay. Toon Mermaid. She's kind of hot. Toon Summon Skull. There's the boy. This card is always treated as an Archfiend card. Cannot be normal summoned or set, blah, 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 unless you have Toon World. It must be special summoned by attributing the number of monsters needed to attribute normally, which is 1. Cannot attack the turn it is special summoned. You must pay 500 life points to declare an attack with this monster. If Toon World is on the field is destroyed, destroy this card. This card can attack your opponent directly unless you control Toon. Okay, so it's pretty much the same description as Toon Mermaid. Toon Summoned Skull. Always like the look of this one. Next. Relinquished? They put Relinquished in this deck, and they had Toon Summoned Skull be the guy behind Pegasus? This is bonkers. This is crazy. Holy shit. I haven't seen this card in years. Alright, Relinquished. He's a blue boy. So this is a ritual card. You can ritual summon this card with Black Illusion Ritual. Once per turn, you can target one monster on your opponent controls and equip that target to this card. The card's attack and defense becomes equal to the equipped monsters. If this card would be destroyed by battle, destroy that equipped monster instead. While equipped with that monster, any battle damage you take from battle involving this card inflicts equal effect damage to your opponent. Dang! I remember him being a badass, but that badass? Oh, yeah. Next up, Black Illusion Ritual. That's what we need to summon him. This card is used to ritual summon Relinquished. You must also tribute a monster from your hand or field whose level is 1 or more. Easy peasy to summon to summon him now. I think the card was a little bit different back in the day. Next, Tune Table of Contents. All right. Add 1 Tune card from your deck to your hand. Not bad. Wouldn't that suck to have that be the last card in your deck? Tune Rollback. Target 1 Tune monster you control. It can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. Just remember, Tune cards take 500 life points to attack with. But at least they can attack your opponent directly. And there's Tune World. I always love the look of this card. Activate this card by paying 1,000 life points. So Pegasus may have some good cards in his hand, but it takes a lot to summon these things. And if this is your first card, you're taking 1,000 life points away from you right away. Not always good. And there's a second Tune World in this deck? I can't believe this. There's technically 3 Tune Worlds in Pegasus's deck. And the Tune cards really, they're not all that great. All right, we got Yami. This is a really old card. I remember getting like 5 of these. All Fiend and Spellcaster monsters on the field gain 200 attack and defense. Also, all Fairy monsters on the field lose 200. So this is good in combination with the Summoned Skull, the Tune Summoned Skull. Yami. Sword of Deep-Seated. The equipped monster gains 500 attack and defense. If this card is sent to your graveyard, place it on the top of your deck. Dang, okay. Good one. Tune Defense. When an opponent's monster clears an attack targeting a face-up level 4 or lower Tune monster you control, you can make the attack a direct attack instead. I don't know what that one actually does. If someone could help me out here, I'd appreciate it. And we got Jar of Greed. He's here. He's here. He's probably queer. Draw 1 card. Draw 1 card. So not as good as the Pot of Greed, but the Jar of Greed is good nonetheless. And I think this is our last card for this deck. Wild Tornado. I've been waiting to see this card again. Target 1 face-up card in the spell and trap zone. Destroy that face-up card. Then its controller can set 1 spell or trap card from their hand. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, target 1 face-up card on the field. Destroy that target. There you go. That's the last one in Pegasus' deck. To be honest with you, this one's another one of those ones that's like, it has some good things to it. Had some good memories to it. But I don't know if I'd actually use any of the Tune cards. I feel like even though they can do some damage, especially if you pay up, but the heart of the cards might not be with you all the time. This one says at the start of the duel. Okay, yeah, whatever. So each skill card has a different description depending on what it does, pretty much. Put that over to the side. All right, and we have time to open up the last pack, the Yugi Moto pack. So let's crack this baby open, and see what's inside. Let's see what's inside. Oh, it didn't open up right. Damn it, Konami! You're making me look bad. Stupid dog. All right, throw that on the floor. So first up, we have, of course, a skill card, and this one's called Power of Dark, and it looks exactly like Yami. So I don't know what that's all about. So it has the same effect, though, as Yami, and we already went over that. Fiend cards gain 200, Fairy cards lose 200. Not bad, I guess. They have one of those. Don't know why they just didn't give him Yami. All right, next one's called Destiny Draw. If you lose 200 or more life points, you can activate this... Oh, 2,000, I'm sorry. If you lose 2,000 or more life points, you can activate the skill during your next draw phase. During your draw phase, you may search your deck for any card, reveal it to your opponent, and add it to your hand instead of drawing. If you do that, flip this card over. Not bad if you want to quickly draw your Dark Magician. This one's called Final Draw. Activate the skill during your main phase. Once per turn, during your turn, you may place a counter on this skill. If it has 3 or more counters, when you would draw a card, you may search your deck for any card and add it to your hand instead. At the end of the turn, you use this skill, you lose the duel. Oh, okay. Next up, Dark Magician, and he has a new art style to him, with a tablet in the background, probably a Toshiba tablet. But as always, Dark Magician, nice looking card. Next, Feral Imp, one of his favorite cards to use, and also combined with the Horn of the Unicorn. Maybe we'll see that in the deck. Next, oh fuck, a Rogue Doll. Why does he have a Rogue Doll too, and Pegasus has a Rogue Doll? This makes no sense. Yeah, whatever. Oh, what the fuck? 2 Rogue Dolls in this deck? I've never seen Yugi use a Rogue Doll. Why do you have it in the deck? Oh, Dark Magician Girl. Alright, so he's Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl. Gain 300 attack for every Dark Magician or Magician of Black Chaos in the graveyard. 300. 300 isn't like the most amazing, amount. But I do have 2 Dark Magician cards now, so if both of them get destroyed or sent to the graveyard, she could boost up a little bit. Next, Legion of the Fiend Jester. During your main phase, you can tribute summon 1 spellcaster monster in face-up attack position. In addition to your normal summon set, if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add 1 spellcaster normal monster from your deck or graveyard to the hand. You can only use this effect of Legion of the Fiend Jester once per turn. Alright, not bad. Not bad at all. Next, another Legion of the Fiend Jester. Not bad. Have 2 of those in your hand, your deck. The Stern Mystic. I had this card before. I definitely had this card before. Flip. He's a flip effect. Reveal all face down cards on the field. If flip effects are not activated, then return them to the original positions. So that's good to see, like, if someone has a Wall of Illusion, which will pretty much destroy the card that attacks it. That's good to see and make sure and try and get around that. Next up, Double Kostan? Is that how you say it? Kostan? This card can be treated as 2 tributes for the tribute summon of a dark monster. Okay. All right. Like I said before, Speed Duel seems to be like really ramping up the time it takes to duel. Even though you still have 4,000 life points, the fact that you could use this to just get a Dark Magician on the field right away, that can really speed up a duel. Next up, we have Blue Dragon Summoner. If this card is sent to the field from the field to the graveyard, you can add 1 Dragon Warrior or Spellcaster normal monster from your deck to your hand. It's a pretty good one. Next up is 1,000 Knives, a spell card. If you control Dark Magician, target 1 monster your opponent controls and destroy that target. Well, okay then. Good card to have. Next up, Sage's Stone. If you control a face-up Dark Magician Girl, special summon 1 Dark Magician from your hand. Jesus! Dark Magician Attack, another spell card. If you control Dark Magician, destroy all spells and traps your opponent controls. Man, they're really cracking down on this stuff. All right, next we have Riroku. Target 2 face-up monsters on the field, half the attack of 1 monster, and if you do, add the lost attack to the other monster. These effects last until the end of the turn. This is actually a good one if you're going up against a monster like Blue Eyes, who has 3,000, and Dark Magician has, 25,000? Or 2,500? You could take life points from another monster and hopefully get enough to destroy the Blue Eyes. Tribute Doll. Alright. Tribute 1 monster. Special summon 1 level 7 from your deck or hand. Oh, from your hand. That can be normal summoned. It cannot attack that turn. Man, Alright. It's an interesting one. Next. Wonder Wand. Equip only a spellcaster monster. Equip only to a spellcaster monster. It gains 500 attack. If you control the equipped monster and this card, you can send both to the graveyard and draw 2 cards. Alright. Another one that beefs up a Dark Magician. We have a trap card. Light Force Sword. Banish 1 random card from your opponent's hand, face down. During your opponent's 4th standby phase, after this card's activation, return that card to their hand. Okay, so, it's a random guess as to what you're banishing. Next up, Magician's Circle. When a spellcaster monster declares an attack, each player special summons one spellcaster monster with 2,000 or less attack from their deck in attack position. Okay. All right. Kind of helps both people. Magic Jammer. I know this card. When a spell card is activated, discard one card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. Nice. Next, which I think is our last. 7 Tools of the Bandit, and I remember this card as well. When a trap card is activated, pay 1,000 life points and negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. A little disappointed that we didn't get Horn of the Unicorn. I don't even know if that's actually a real thing. All right, so there we go. That was Yugi's deck. Let me know which one was your favorite from the 3. So far, I think even though I didn't really like Pegasus's deck, I think that one had the most surprises in it. For me personally, Yugi's deck seemed a little bit more basic than I would have expected. It's I don't know. I don't know if it's really as strong as it could be. So hey, that's that. Like I said, let me know which one was your favorite. I think Joey's deck is still my favorite out of all of them. I think his was the best out of all of them. So, let me know what you think. Like I said, we'll be getting Weevil and Rex's decks in the Speed Duel mix as well. They're 2 other, pretty famous duelists. Hopefully that deck comes with a little bit more because there's only 2 packs in there. So maybe there'll be something special, maybe a little bit more special stuff in there. Who knows? Probably not. All right, and like I said, I got some secrets coming soon. So if you want to stick around for that stuff, we're gonna be opening up one Speed Duel pack for the Attack from the Deep per podcast episode, and that does not go into the audio version. So if you want to, you can check that out. And like I said, we are going to be opening up the Arena of Lost Souls booster box set, and that will be probably next episode. We'll be doing that. We'll go through probably about half of them, maybe more. And we'll see what we get, and I'll look up the rarities for the cards just in case, because I don't want to be stumped dumb like I was the first time we opened up these. Now, there's an error of my ways. I bought this before I opened the Yugi pack, and like I said, I wasn't really a big fan of the Yugi pack. I still liked it. It was fine, but hopefully we get some cards to even out our deck a little bit with this one. Alright, so thanks once again for watching. I know this one was a little bit longer than the other ones, but I really appreciate everyone who's watching. If you want to see more of this, they are every Tuesday, and I release these at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So check it out if you want to. As always, I am Yemmy the Ferret, and this has been Yu-Gi-Oh! Rebuilding my deck.